good morning. So it's what is it? It's Friday morning, man. Yeah, let me fix my hat. A little bit nippy, not cold or nothing, but survived the storm. The storm did some unpredictable stuff there at the end when it was coming up through Georgia. It kind of dipped around to the east side more so. I mean, we got a lot of rain, but we didn't get a lot of wind at my house. Now, I got two customers calling me. One of them's a tree that went down on the yard that I was just at day before yesterday when I was mulching those leaves in the front yard. They called me, they got a tree down. And I'll get that work. I don't know what I'll charge or whatever. It's according to what they want to do with it. And this is a time that I really start pushing ads. Now, I know I say I don't advertise. I need to rephrase that. I don't pay to advertise. I don't pay for marketing. I don't do flyers, and I don't do any of that other stuff. I'll throw an ad on Facebook or Nextdoor, and that's all I really do as far as advertising goes. So that's what I mean. I don't pay for advertising, and I don't do a lot of the marketing either. But this year I've done a little bit more marketing, free marketing. All I do is re-up the ad. That's really all I do. Change some pictures around, throw a couple videos in there, little clips of stuff, and then summarize what I can do. So I'm going over here. I'm going to look at this one. I haven't done anything to, I haven't done anything to change the oil in the truck or nothing. I didn't do anything yesterday. I just getting things ready for this so-called storm. But I usually get a pretty good bit of work out of these type of things. The tree that fell over at my neighbor's, not at my neighbor's, but at my customer's house, I'm gonna show y'all here in just a minute. He sent me a small clip video, but I got to go over here to Napa anyway. I'm going to get all the stuff to do the oil today in this truck, and I want to look at my trailer lights, where I keep getting a fault for the trailer light, for the trailer brakes, really. It's a connection thing, but it's way too wet to be doing any mowing or anything. So we're not doing anything. So I talked to my guy yesterday. Last night he texted me, and he was wondering if I had any work, and of course, I don't have any work right now. It just rained for 3 days, so I don't have any. I don't have any work that we can go do right now. And that's what I'm always talking about the timing of everything. I was balls to the walls Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, man, trying to get everything done, because I knew I was going to have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday where I wasn't going to be able to work. You got to be thinking like that if you're out here doing what I do. So it's all great, but we've had a lot of rain, and I got like 100 customers. Not quite 100, but I got over 100 properties. So there's bound to be some work on some of them. I know for a fact last week when we went over there and did that, in the gated community, the few that I do over there, and we didn't get to cut that backyard pool area, and I was telling y'all, man, it needs it. I guarantee you that yard, that grass is going to be really tall. But I told my guy last night, he texted me, and I'm like, I don't have any work, dude. It's raining. I can't get work when it's raining like this. You got to work when the work is available and the weather's allowing us to. I did really good this week, really, based on where I was at, and it being spur of the moment solo and stuff like that, man. I did really good and did a pretty good bit of work, actually. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Got a lot of critical ones done. Thank God I did. If my guy had been at work all week, we'd be way ahead of the game. I would be like, but it's okay because now I got plenty of work for next week. So I told my guy, I said, yeah, man, I'll have 4 days, 5 days of work next week. That's just for the lawns. That ain't counting any of the other stuff because I put, 3 days worth of lawns off this week. So, yeah, man, it's all good to me. I'm doing what I do, man. But I'll get some footage over here when I get over here, and we'll just go from there, man. I don't know. It looked like a pine tree done fell close to the pond, and I ain't against. I'll take the skid steer over there anytime. I own it. I can go over there today if I want to and pull it out of the water if that's what they want me to do, whatever they're paying to do. But, they're my regulars though, and they just paid, probably about $800, man, to get the tree out of the water and get it to where we can put it on a trailer or whatever. If I was them, I would try to figure out a way to lay it up in the woods somewhere, but there's not a lot of woods over there. So yeah, man. Yeah, so I'm headed over here to look at this tree that's down, but I want to show y'all I got this this slope thing here, and it's pretty cool. See if I can turn it on real quick, show y'all. Like it'll tell you the degrees. It's got a magnet on the bottom of it. Pretty cool little thing to have. I've been wanting one for years. It'll tell you if it's level or whatever. So, so you figure a 50, what is a 50 degree? 50 degrees is what? I mean, that's pretty steep, man. I'm gonna put it on a level and lay it over on the side of that hill. But yeah, so we'll see what this job is all about. I'm gonna get my camera. Okay, y'all, so y'all remember me being over here just a couple of days ago, but 2 days ago, man, I did this yard. So we'll walk back here to the back and get some pictures of the tree. And I'm not planning on working today. But if it's in the pond or whatever, I guess I'm not gonna be wanting to bring. I ain't gonna want to bring nothing over here today. It's too wet. Unless it's something I can just grab with a mower or chain, or just to kind of make it. If it's I don't know if it fell on something or what. So, but I know it's back here in the back by the pond. Okay, so yeah, so what do you do here, y'all? See, now if you look behind me, y'all see these two trees. If I'm them, just to make it worthy of what it's going to take to get me over here, to make it worthy of that, I would probably go on and take that tree out too. Look. And that tree. They need a dumpster over here. So that's just a matter of time right there. Look, the top's gone out of it. And it could fall and hit this swing or anything. I mean, hit any of this stuff back here. So what do y'all think I should charge? I should charge to, as long as my number is reasonable for the scope of work, I'll get the work. Now, if they got 30 trees they're gonna take out, well, then that's another story. So. See, right now it's not in the water or nothing, so it's not no big emergency to get it up. But see, this ground is stupid wet. There's a little duck. You see him? Hey, duck, duck. But there's already stuff out there floating from something, somebody's porch or something. So, I mean, this one tree right here, y'all. See, I'm not trying to work today. You know, see how big the tree is? So, well, we just need to see about a scope. Because this one tree, man, I mean, for me to bring this, I mean, I could do this one tree, but the thing about over here, y'all, you gotta have a piece of equipment over here to carry the wood to the street. See, that's the thing that's gonna get them, and it got them on the last one. Like, if I could back a truck up and a trailer up to this tree right here, I could get most of the tree on a trailer without a machine, all the way to. I mean, I could get the whole tree. I've done a lot worse than that, where I get the whole damn tree like this and actually get it on a trailer. You just got to cut it so many times so you can pick the pieces up. And I've done work like that before. That's why I know I don't want to do. You know. I used to do that kind of thing all the time when I didn't have no equipment, because that's how you learn what equipment you need. That's how I know I need equipment, because of all the times I'd cut these pieces into 8-inch pieces, and you know, or whatever. And as I got down further, I had to cut them smaller and smaller. But you're wearing a saw out, you know, once you get down to and then I would cut some bigger ones, and I would roll it on the dump trailer. That's why I made the ramp for the dump trailer. One of the reasons, so I could roll logs up on there, because I didn't have no equipment. So, but if I'm them, I would definitely consider taking that one on down, go on and just drop it, man, and pull it out of the water. That's the only way, that's the best thing to do right there. Not gonna bring, it's not gonna take anything special, you know. I mean, hell, you know, they're not gonna grind the stumps, so just cut that sucker off at the bottom right there and let it drop. Let it fall right down through there. Because it's going. It's next. Just because that, yeah. So I'm going to take a couple of pictures with my phone so I can easily text him. I don't really know what to charge y'all. But that tree right there, that's dead as a doorknob, man. It looks like I could just push that over. Well, see, when it goes down, it's going to hit that damn swing. $1,500, what I'm thinking. What do y'all think? One load to the dump. And well, I don't want to come over here. Like, I could do this tree right here for, you know, it wouldn't take the skid steer a freaking hour. But you'd have to have the skid steer, you'd have to have the dump trailer, you'd have to, so that means you need 2 trucks, you see. Because the bad thing about this particular job right here is you can't get a vehicle back here. And so that makes it where you have to have a machine to carry it to the street. And if they're going to do all that, then they need to go on a spin. That I would. And they might, and I don't know, you know, we're going to document it, you know. So I'm looking at the logistics of this one right here with the top gone. It looks like beetles done got in that one. There's a lot of little holes on it. And they got bad a couple years ago. So on that tree right there, I don't know if y'all can see the top, but if you try to take it that way, right, that's a no-go if you ask me, because there's not enough, well, there's enough room, but you have to be perfect to bring it between that pine tree and not hit this thing right here. See, you'd only have that little bit of space right there. it's doable, but you're gonna rip some limbs off that pine tree too. So what you'd probably have to do, I think, is take it that way, lay it right down. And to do that, you're gonna have to overcome the lean that it's at, but it's not a hard lean. Put a rope in it and skid steer and pull it and shoot it, you know, right there, right down between there. There's nothing to hit down in there. Worst case scenario is we pull it out of the water. Worst case scenario with that one, we pull it out of the water. Yeah, the problem with this right here is getting it to the street, man. That's the biggest freaking hurdle here. So that tree right there and that tree right there on the ground, picked up, hauled off, 1,500. What do y'all think? Let me know in the comments. Okay, y'all, so I'm leaving there. Very doable job. I really don't even know how to charge for that one little tree, man. That really ain't hardly even worth it, man. Really. There ain't no way I would do that without the skid steer. I mean, I just don't think that'd be smart. So, what? I mean, you talk about minimal work. Shit, I won't even be there an hour. Like, I could have cranked a saw up right now, and I could have cut it into pieces, and then come right in there with that skid steer and just pluck and pick one, you know, 2 or 3 up at a time. Shoot, and yeah. The only thing is you got to have a dump trailer up there. You got to have a trailer to put all the stuff on now. You got to know your customer, number one, okay? You got to know that they are conscious of everything and they can do a lot of stuff themselves. So you got to know that. Every customer's not like that, but they are. And see, if I got to bring the other truck, that's where we start getting into well, a lot more money for me. Because that means either I'm gonna make 2 trips or I'm gonna bring somebody. If you're gonna bring somebody now you need to do more work. That's just my opinion. You need to do more work if you're gonna bring somebody, so you can charge more money. So, yeah. Well, I'm so grateful that the storm missed us. My buddy Sarge up in Tennessee, he says they're catching it right now. So pray for them and hope that they can, you know, y'all take cover, man, because it ain't no joke. It's dangerous, man, from what I've been seeing and reading on the news. So, but I showed y'all kind of that job and how I'm looking at it, and a lot of you guys that don't come in the comments a lot, y'all might have a lot more experience than I got, because I know everybody don't come in the comments. You know, if I got 350, 400 views and 10 comments, well, that means there's 390 something people, you know, watching the video and not taking. So that's the camera turning off, the other camera. But so I know there's a lot of guys that watch, you know, maybe for entertainment or whatever, because, you know, I don't, you know, I mean, and they know a lot more of this stuff than I know. Could tell me how would they bid that job, and am I approaching it like I should, right? And if you're gonna come back and call me names and all that stuff, just save it. Because I'll come back at you hard, and you come at me hard, and I'll come at you hard. I mean, it's just a big waste of resources. Brain power, if you will. So, well, Popo got somebody up here. We've had 2 good batches of rain in the last 3 weeks. So that's pretty good. The days have been really, really hot and dry. So, but next week, all the yards are going to need it. All of them. Yeah, all the ones that I didn't do, and plus the ones that are regular on the week. But everything's kind of slowing down a little bit. But you know, I got a job like that. There's another grading job that a guy called me about right over here by my house. It's about 2 miles from my house. I got to go look at that job. Y'all know I already got the $1,400 job over here in the neighborhood over here that I showed y'all, where we're going to be trimming those trees and everything. I'll get the job that I just looked at. I'll get that job too. So, I mean, at the end of the day, you don't have to work every single freaking day to make a living. So, you don't. Not doing skid steer work. You could work, shoot, you could work 2 or 3 days a week, man, and be able to make more money than what you ever would cutting lawns for a whole week. Especially once you know exactly what you're doing with the skid steer and you know how to bid. Man, you really can make a lot of money with one. I ain't got there yet. I make good, but I haven't gotten there where I can, you know, make money doing skid steer work, you know, like I do doing mowing work or lawn care work. I just don't have enough experience yet. I don't see everything for what it really is. And I'll admit that, you know what I mean? This is a learning progress every day out here. Even on days that we're off, like today, well, obviously I can't work, but you see I'm doing things that are gonna pay dividends. We need to cut this one. See, but this one's so wet right now, we're not gonna be able to cut it. So, boy, I put that damn weed killer, boy. I'm glad I didn't spray a lot of weed killer. See, it's another reason why, you know, I didn't want to spray, because when you spray weed killer and it doesn't rain on it a little bit, and it sits there and dry, and then when it rains really hard for a couple of days, yeah, man, that's ugly. Because then it might leach down into wherever you're at. So that's one of the reasons why I haven't been spraying. Because, well, number one, the spray don't like to work, and number two, it's too dry. When it's dry, it doesn't like to work. So, but I'm taking these oil filters in here. And then I'm gonna get the air filter for this truck, and the oil for this truck, and the oil filter for this truck. And I'm gonna buy another 5 quarts of oil for the mowers, because I got 2 of the Kawasaki. So I gotta write this shit down. All right, y'all. Let me. All right, y'all, so I got the oil changed in this truck. I did not change the oil in the other truck. Just trying to get a few things done. I'm fitting to get my lunch and chill. Just taking it easy for a couple of days. Everything is so wet. I'm gonna end up having to meet with them over there about that tree. I went and looked at it today because I was out there. I had to go run some errands, so I was right there by there, and I thought I'd just ride by there. But I'm going to have to sell them on getting rid of that other tree. Preferably the other 2 trees, but then I can give them a decent deal. But so wet right now that I wouldn't even want to take the skid steer over there. So I could, you know, I'm gonna go home and look at the video and think for a minute and try to put a little plan together for them and see what they say. Because that one tree ain't worthy of the skid steer, really. Not what I got to charge. So we need to get on up to about $1,400, whatever that looks like, you know. So, and I'll take down the other 2 trees if I mean, one's on the ground, that's gonna be easy. I mean, the skid steer can pick that up and put it on, but you got to have all these resources there, man. So we'll see. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna charge, but all right, y'all, I'm gonna end the video here, man. I'm tired, man, and I don't really want to do a whole lot of editing today. So deuces.